I'm looking after this Ryzen payment platform project from when the project was created in 2016. मैं थोड़ा सा ब्रीफिंग आपको यहाँ दूंगा कि सिस्टम की रिक्वायरमेंट कहाँ आई। मेनली 2015 और 16 के आसपास जो डिजिटल पेमेंट्स के ऊपर ज्यादा फोकस हुआ सारी गवर्नमेंट बॉडीज का, और स्पेशली आफ्टर डिमोनेटाइजेशन इसकी बहुत ज्यादा रिक्वायरमेंट हो गई। तो देयर वाज इंक्लाइंड कि भाई सब चीजों को डिजिटलाइज कर दिया जाए और हर चीज का जो डिजिटल पेमेंट मोड्स उस तक चल रहे थे उनके थ्रू हम पेमेंट एक्सेप्ट करें। इसके लिए मल्टीपल एफर्ट्स किए गए डिपार्टमेंट्स के द्वारा, और सबसे बड़ा जो कंस्ट्रेंट फील हुआ डिपार्टमेंट्स के द्वारा वो मेन था कि फंड कलेक्शन को हम डिजिटली कैसे करें। उसके लिए हर डिपार्टमेंट को ये पेमेंट गेटवे या बैंक से कुछ ना कुछ इंटरेक्शन करना पड़ता था, उनके साथ सेपरेट एग्रीमेंट्स करने पड़ते थे, और स्पेशली ऑन द फील्ड ऑफ नेगोशिएशंस ऑन द एमडीआर एंड कन्वीनियंस फीस कि एक डिपार्टमेंट स्टेट का ही अगर सिटीजन से पर ट्रांजेक्शन 10 रुपीज चार्ज कर रहा है और दूसरा डिपार्टमेंट 5 रुपीज पे काम कर रहा है, तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा एफर्ट उस वक्त चल रहा था। उसको देखते हुए स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने एक सेंट्रलाइज्ड यूनिफाइड पेमेंट सिस्टम डिजाइन किया जिसका कि हमने नाम रखा राजस्थान पेमेंट प्लेटफॉर्म। और दिस पेमेंट प्लेटफॉर्म इज बेसिकली a routing engine that is taking care of all the banking related payments and disbursement need of the government departments and PSUs. We are covering all the government departments and PSUs under this platform. Next. We have two different segments here. One is for collection, another was for disbursement of funds. Under collections, for any department who is providing their government G2C services on their portal want to collect any fees or any other type of payment from the citizens, then they are using our collection segment, and under that collection segment we are linking their site to some payment gateway through our channel. This is basically a routing engine where we are routing the request of the department through our system to the concerned payment gateway for providing a choice to the users to select any payment mode, net banking, credit card, debit card, or wallets, or UPI and QR based solutions. In another disbursement system, we are providing a direct association with the bank. We have designed a system with 55 banks where we are providing the APIs to the departments, and through those APIs, the payment files are transferred from the department portal to the banks directly. And using this disbursement system, so the departments are mainly disbursing funds to in the form of they are doing their DBT, they are making their vendors payments, or they are transferring salaries to their employees. And this disbursement system is basically based on a digital signed payment file system, where files are completely secured by signing the file with the either digital dongle, or it's we are using Aadhaar based e-sign also of the state. So using this Ryzen payment platform, we have addressed following areas. We have provided a single unified system for fund collection, disbursement, and reconciliation in an integrated way. All the things are in API based systems. We are providing multiple payment gateway options to the users or citizens of the state to select any payment method as per their choice. And the disbursement, we are providing single digitally signed payment file disbursement system for DBT and vendor payments without using any banking solution. Means the department's portal is directly integrated with the with our system, and the payment files are transferred through our system to the bank. We have a very large suite of APIs which departments are using for transactions, reporting, reconciliation. Each and everything is through APIs itself. And we have recently in this 2022 itself, finance department has taken this Ryzen payment platform as their project, and they have incorporated it as a part of integrated financial management system of the state. And they are taking the centralized monitoring. They are doing the centralized monitoring and taking the reports. Whatever the funds are collected and disbursed by the different bodies, government bodies, through Ryzen payment platform. So we have addressed these 5 areas. Next. The salient feature of the collection model is that all the departments just need to have a single technical integrations. They just have to integrate once with us, and we are going to provide them any payment gateway of their choice. They need not to do any configuration at that level. They need not to sign an agreement with any bank or payment gateway. The funds are getting directly credited to the bank account of the respective department. We are not taking anything in our accounts. We have centralized negotiation team here in state. So we are negotiating with the payment gateways and bringing their MDR convenience fees to the lowest level. And this negotiation helps us to replicate the same MDR or convenience fees across state, different departments of the state. We have a very good reporting refunds and reconciliation system through APIs itself only. All the reconciliations between departments and bank aggregators is done through MIS reporting, and that reporting is also again API based. We are doing very fast onboarding, especially in case of collections within day or two. If any requirement arrives to us for any collection regarding integration of some payment gateway, then we are just taking day or two to onboard that request and making the things in live. And that is also without any requirement of hard copy of the documents. Each and everything is just uploaded on our portal, and we are getting the things done in within 2 days. Under disbursement segment, again the salient features are that single integration is done through RPP, and there is no need for any check or NEFT or a net banking solution. Disbursement of funds directly from the selected bank account of the respective department. The department is just debiting directing the bank to debit their account and remit the funds to the respective beneficiaries. And the same process is activated, or same solution is used across all the different 55 banks of the state. Remittance of the fund to the beneficiary or vendor directly in their bank accounts using API is exposed by RPF. This is basically, disbursement system is completely API based system. On this disbursement system, there is zero transaction processing fee, neither from the bank side nor from the RPP side. All the reporting and reconciliation again are API based, and the bank account reconciliation using IMIS report is also shared by the bank over our SFTP servers. All the banks are sharing daily statements on SFTP server in a soft copy format, which departments are using to do bank account reconciliation also. And one of the most interesting things recently happening is that banks are migrating their existing customers using manual system to RPP solutions. They are feeling it more comfortable that they want that whosoever their user is using manual system for disbursement of funds, then they are directing that user to start using the RPP solutions, so that their branch will get less rush from the, or less directions from the field functionaries. Next. The challenges we have faced during implementation of this license platform is basically the first one, the most important, is the lack of IT-enabled financial system in the government for collection of funds. Departments are using traditional ways of NEFT, RTGS for disbursement type of activities. अगर हम आज भी बात करें तो still this is the most common issue that PGs and banks are having no API based solutions or very limited API based solutions. There is no such approach in banks also. They are just driving a solution where they are providing MIS reports in a form of email or dropping that on SFTP server, but they are not eager to provide APIs for that. But we have designed and developed different type of APIs with the different payment gateways and banks under this solution. One of the major challenges faced by the departments is tracking of frauds and leakage of the funds. So we have designed some risk assessment system as a part of RPP, where we are giving leads to the department that there is a leakage of the government fund, or the same person is taking money from your system using different names and the same account number. Or we are working on chargeback section also, and we are giving some leads or some information to the department that this transaction may be some suspected type of transaction, and the similar type of amount. There are different algorithms we have applied in the system. And higher convenience fees or MDR resulting into less acceptance ratios by the citizen is one of the major challenge, because citizen is citizen is doing some P2P type of transaction, there is no extra charges they have to pay. But when they are coming to government or any government service they are paying for any government portal, then they need to pay some extra charges, because generally government departments are not absorbing any MDR. They are converting that MDR into the convenience fees factor, and the convenience fees is to be paid by the concerned citizen only. So higher convenience fees is a major challenge. But we have recently negotiated with n number of payment gateways or providers to bring down some or decrease the rates, especially in the case of net banking, to ₹2.50 only, irrespective of the transaction amount. And to credit card and debit card, we have for the credit card we have decreased the rate to 80.80% only, which is on a general market. The rate of credit card is generally 2.5% per transaction. So centralized negotiation at the state level is doing a very good work in this area. Innovations we have done is, first and the most, in the disbursement section, we have used Aadhaar enabled e-sign system for file encryption and fund disbursement. And this Aadhaar enabled e-sign system, in addition to this, departments are also using their digital dongle based solutions, digital dongles for signing of the payment files. We have large set of transaction tracking, MIS reporting and fund settlement reconciliation reports, a large set of APIs, centralized reporting for daily bank account statement from the different banks, and single routing engine. This is a single routing engine for both the needs, that is collection and disbursement, that is taking care of two different requirements of the department basically. This is a centralized system for all banking needs of the department. We are incorporating n number of products, whichever banks or payment gateways are building at their end, they are sharing that product with us. We are exploring that thing and trying to incorporate at our centralized level in the Rajasthan Payment platform, and then sharing that API or solution with the different departments. Recently, we are working with account validation and NEFT RTGS based API based e-collect system also, that we have shared with multiple departments. So,
sir, sorry to interrupt you. In another 1 minute, you can just conclude.
Sure. Integrated risk assessment system help in tracking frauds and leakages also. Next. Recently, अगर मैं आउटकम की बात करूं तो 11 to 12 लाख ट्रांजेक्शंस पर मंथ हो रहे हैं, 600 to 800 करोड़ के। और जहां तक हम डिसबर्समेंट की बात करें, 17,000 अकाउंट से डिसबर्समेंट हो रहा है स्टेट में, और लगभग 52,000 करोड़ रुपए हमने लास्ट 5 ईयर्स में डिसबर्स किए हैं, करीब 2.25 करोड़ ट्रांजेक्शंस के दौरान। नेक्स्ट है 600 डिपार्टमेंट के मर्चेंट बैंक अकाउंट्स हमारे कलेक्शन में इंटीग्रेटेड हैं, और करीब 21,000 करोड़ हमने कलेक्ट किया है डिसबर्समेंट साइड के अंदर। जब मैं बात करूंगा नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन पे, ये कुछ फैक्ट फिगर्स हैं कि नेट बैंकिंग के हमारे स्टेट में 62% ट्रांजेक्शंस हैं, डेबिट कार्ड सेकंड नंबर पे 18% ट्रांजेक्शंस लीड कर रहा है, यूपीआई लीड कर जा रहा है, अभी 8% के आसपास हमारे यहाँ पर ग्रोथ कर चुका है। नेक्स्ट, डिसबर्समेंट में हम 2.25 करोड़ से 52,000 करोड़ रुपए यहाँ से डिसबर्स कर चुके हैं लास्ट 5 सालों के अंदर, और लगभग 55 बैंक्स यहाँ पर हैं, 17,000 डेबिट अकाउंट्स। All the entire panchayat department is using this, they are having more than 15,000 accounts. Next, बैंक कंट्रीब्यूशन का बात करें तो स्टेट में बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा इज द लीड बैंक, सो 60% ट्रांजेक्शंस बिलोंग टू देम ओनली, एंड स्टेट बैंक इज द सेकंड बैंक हाईएस्ट बैंक। सिस्टम इन पाइपलाइन, हम यहाँ पे स्टेट में जनाधार वॉलेट इंप्लीमेंट करने वाले हैं, जिसमें कि जो इसका राइसन पेमेंट प्लेटफॉर्म का एक इंटीग्रेटेड पार्ट होगा। स्टैटिक यूपीआई बेस्ड क्यूआर सॉल्यूशन लेके आ रहे हैं, जिसमें सर्वर टू सर्वर नोटिफिकेशंस भी होगा। एज सून एज द डिपार्टमेंट रिसीव्स फंड्स, they will get a server to server notifications for realization of that transaction at their server. Similarly, WAN based NEFT RTGS is again on real time basis payment notifications. 2 नए प्रोडक्ट्स हम यहाँ पे वर्क कर रहे हैं सेंट्रलाइज लेवल पे, गारंटी एडवाइजरी डिपॉजिटरी सिस्टम और API बेस्ड TDS डिपॉजिशन सिस्टम, जो पाइपलाइन में है डेवलपमेंट में, जिससे कि हम पूरी स्टेट में एक ही साथ ये सारे बैंकिंग प्रोडक्ट्स इंप्लीमेंट कर सकें। These are all the things from the my side. Thank you.
Madam, you may start asking.
Acha, okay, fine. Actually, it's very interesting because this is different. Like we have been listening to so many other IT-based projects. This is very different from all, and you have done it well. Only one question I have. I mean, otherwise things are fine. One question I just want to ask you, or rather, I want to get clarified. When we introduced DBT, one of the reason for introducing DBT was to reduce the leakage or plug the leakage, because everything was Aadhaar integrated, right? And you are saying that by implementing RRR, you are reducing the leakages through DBT. So, once the DBT is already reducing, plugging the leakages, what leakage, more further leakages are you plugging through RRR?
मैम एक्चुअली जनाधार या आधार के बेस पे जो DBT हो रही है,
सॉरी RPP, नॉट RRR, RPP।
क्या मैम एक्चुअली जो लीकेजेस फर्दर की बात की जाती है, क्या होता है कि मैम डिपार्टमेंट इस पे फोकस नहीं करते कि किस आधार को, एक्चुअली यहाँ पे दो तरह के पेमेंट्स की बात है, एक तो आधार बेस्ड पेमेंट की बात आई, दूसरा आ गया अकाउंट नंबर और आईएफएससी बेस्ड पेमेंट्स। तो हम डीबीटी में दोनों तरह के पेमेंट्स हो रहे हैं, दोनों तरह के सॉल्यूशन से एनपीसीआई सपोर्ट करता है, बट मैं एनपीसीआई के सॉल्यूशन की बात नहीं कर रहा यहाँ पर, मैं राजस्थान की बात कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि एनपीसीआई सॉल्यूशन जो भी पेमेंट्स डीबीटी के करता है, दे आर चार्जिंग सम अमाउंट पर ट्रांजेक्शन, दैट इज जनरली 50 पैसा पर ट्रांजेक्शन, and that is very costly for as far as department is concerned. So अगर उनको हर महीने 1 करोड़ पेंशन डिसबर्समेंट करनी है तो उनको 50 लाख का एक्स्ट्रा एडिशनल खर्चा चाहिए, दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट साइड, क्योंकि जनरली फंड्स क्रैशेस होते हैं। तो हमने जो डीबीटी यहाँ से कर रहे हैं, हम एनईएफटी आरटीएस बेस्ड डीबीटी करते हैं, और बैंक उसमें कुछ भी चार्ज नहीं करता, तो इसमें कोई कॉस्टिंग नहीं। पहली चीज तो ये। अब लीकेज की जो आपने क्वेश्चन रेज किया, तो मैं फील्ड्स में बहुत तरह के फ्रॉड होते हैं कि लोग कहते हैं कि ये मेरा जन आधार, ये मेरा आधार है, ये मेरा नाम, क्योंकि आधार बेस्ड पेमेंट तो हो ही रहा, अकाउंट दिया उसने, नाम दिया उसने मिस्टर एक्स, फिर दूसरा अकाउंट दिया वो भी सेम ही था, नाम दिया वाई। डिपार्टमेंट जनरली इस चीज को वैलिडेट नहीं कर पा रहा कि, या इतने सारे लोग आते हैं तो उसमें वैलिडेट नहीं कर पाता कि यही अकाउंट नंबर।
जस्ट मिनट, नो, जब डिपार्टमेंट कुछ पैसा ट्रांसफर करता है किसी के अकाउंट में, it is the department's responsibility to ensure that it goes to the right person.
बिल्कुल मैम।
So ये तो डिपार्टमेंट ऐसा नहीं कर पा रहा तो नहीं बोल सकता ना, it is their job to do it.
मैम एक्चुअली हम कह सकते हैं हम इसमें लीड दे रहे हैं।
So this is the mandate of a department. When they are disbursing money to a person or a beneficiary, they have to verify all details and then transfer. And doing it through Aadhaar means it is going to the right person. So that was a double check. I mean, that is the basis of DBT in the first place. So how can one say that if one Aadhaar is linked to two accounts, the department can,
I'm not saying that this is Aadhaar based DBT. This is account number based DBT.
Acha, okay. But that is something different. No, I'm not asking. I'm asking Aadhaar based DBT because that was the basis of doing Aadhaar based DBT.
वो वैलिडेशन तो हो ही जाती है आधार बेस में, जहाँ गया तो उसमें
वो तो हो ही जाती है. So I was a bit curious.
Actually,
Then ठीक है, it's okay now. Thank you.
It's a good effort in ensuring that the transactions are done with thorough accountability, and you play the real facilitator for this purpose. But one thing I would like to know, is there any other state doing the same thing, or you are exception to this? And number two, that is given the digital literacy, many people do not have that kind of, they are not digital savvy. So in that situation, what would be intervention that you suggest from your side?
So sir, पहले क्वेश्चन का आंसर मैं ये दूंगा कि recently we have discussions with an number of states also, other states also, but इस तरह का सेंट्रलाइज्ड पेमेंट गेटवे रूटिंग इंजन किसी स्टेट में नहीं है. We are the only state in country. जहां तक हम अगर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से बात करेंगे तो एक पे ऑफ सिस्टम उन्होंने जो बनाया है वो सिर्फ कलेक्शन का पार्ट को टेक केयर करता है. दैट इज ऑल्सो डन बाय एनएसडीएल. तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का उसमें कोई एमआईटी का उसमें कोई सेंट्रलाइज रोल नहीं है. यहाँ पे डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ आईटी इस प्रोजेक्ट को पूरा ओन करती है, एग्जीक्यूट करती है, ऑपरेशंस और डेवलपमेंट्स लेके आ रहे हैं हम इसमें. तो किसी और स्टेट के पास इस तरह का कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं है. हमने यहाँ पर कलेक्शन और डेवलपमेंट दोनों एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म पे दिए हैं. दिस इज द मेजर ब्यूटी ऑफ द सिस्टम. आपने जहाँ डिजिटल लिटरेसी की बात करी सर,
आप you being exception in this endeavor, then what if you have to quantify yourself through this medium as to how much leakage you have prevented?
सर लीकेज वाले पार्ट के ऊपर मैं कमेंट इसलिए अगर कहें कि हम बहुत कम लीकेज होती है, बट उसके भाई हमारे जो हमने एनालिटिक्स अभी लगाना स्टार्ट किया है, जो रिसेंटली हमने 2021 से स्टार्ट किया, उसमें लीकेज अगर हम 1000 करोड़ के ऊपर बात करें तो सर 10-12 लाख 15 लाख की लीकेज तो पकड़ी जाती है. बट दैट इज वेरी लेस इन कंपैरिजन टू अगर
that being the reason, then when the leakage is very accountability is leakage is very less comparing to the extent that we would expect to be to justify the system in place. It's okay, I understand that. You see, today maybe less, tomorrow maybe more, so you could prevent either way.
सर हमारे जो सिस्टम का फोकस है वो सिर्फ एक लीड देना है डिपार्टमेंट को कि ये हमारे द्वारा एबनॉर्मल आइडेंटिफाइड हुआ है, यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई, जैसे मैम ने कहा कि डिपार्टमेंट की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, तो डिपार्टमेंट की कॉल होती है कि वो कहता है कि हाँ सही व्यक्ति है, ये एक ही परिवार के 2 लोग हैं जिनका कि एक ही अकाउंट में पैसा जाएगा, वी हैव नो ऑब्जेक्शन ऑन दैट आल्सो.
In a situation of dispute, would you take the responsibility or the government take the responsibility?
The department takes the responsibility.
That's
We
why
are
you
just, so actually we are just routing the request from.
but you are ensuring, no? You are ensuring the government that you are doing the right job for the right transaction. So anyway, that's the part. But
digital, your second question was about digital literacy, sir. Actually, जहाँ पे हम इसके लिए जो अभी हमारे आने वाले प्रोडक्ट्स हैं उनके अंदर बात कर रहे हैं, हम स्टैटिक क्यूआर और डायनेमिक क्यूआर, जो स्टैटिक क्यूआर की बात की जाती है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के डिपार्टमेंट्स या काउंटर्स में जनरली इस तरह के सॉल्यूशंस नहीं होते कि आप एक दुकान पे जाके तो आप क्यूआर स्कैन करके पेमेंट कर सकते हैं, बट आप गवर्नमेंट की बॉडी के या गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस में पहुंच के क्यूआर बेस्ड पेमेंट नहीं कर पाते. उसका कारण ये होता है कि डिपार्टमेंट के पास कोई ऐसे मैकेनिज्म नहीं है कि वो अपने अकाउंट को चेक कर सके उसी वक्त, खासतौर पे जो व्यक्ति काउंटर पे बैठा हुआ है. तो इसके लिए हम स्टैटिक क्यूआर बेस्ड सॉल्यूशन ड्राइव कर रहे हैं और नेक्स्ट 3 to 4 मंथ्स में हम उसको लाइव करेंगे मल्टीपल बॉडीज के साथ साथ, जहां पर कि हम रियल टाइम नोटिफिकेशन देंगे डिपार्टमेंट की कोर एप्लीकेशन को कि ये पैसा आपके अकाउंट में अभी आया है, मिस्टर एक्स से इनका बीपीए था, ये था, और इनके मोबाइल नंबर के लास्ट जितने डिजिट्स ये थे, जिससे कि डिपार्टमेंट का जो काउंटर पे व्यक्ति बैठा हुआ है उसको अकाउंट चेक करने की जरूरत ना पड़े, परंतु उसका क्योंकि उसके पास ऑथेंटिकेटेड सोर्स से एक नोटिफिकेशन आया तो वो विश्वास कर सकता है कि यूजर ने पेमेंट कर दिया है एंड दे कैन गिव द सर्विस टू द काउंटर पे जो भी व्यक्ति है उसको. तो ये लगता है कि बहुत मेजर रोल निभाएगा हमारे आने वाले लोगों के कॉन्फिडेंस के लिए और सिस्टम को इजी करने में.
maybe you will improving it further, the system it becomes more robust and more assuring. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, before we start the presentation, I just have a simple observation.
Thanks SKOCH Foundation and all the jury members to provide this opportunity to us to showcase our project on this prestigious platform. So as ma'am told that this providing services is a continuous process, and we are doing this since previous 20 years via this e-Mitra platform. But until unless we are not responding to the external environment and ecosystem, and we are not taking new initiative as per the ecosystem, and also if we are not doing the government process re-engineering, we cannot realize the actual strength of the use of the IT. So we are majorly focusing in this showcase the recent development, the recent initiative that we have taken in our service delivery platform. Next. So the objective is to provide unified service delivery platform for the citizen of Rajasthan, so they can avail all the services of different domain like government to citizen and even business to citizen. So B2C services are the new era that we have introduced in recent time on our e-Mitra platform. So journey was started in 2002. We are there with 20 years, but during this journey, we have enhanced to multiple solutions, multiple kind of offerings by which we are enabling the citizens to get the service delivery at their doorstep. Some new initiatives to mention are like e-Mitra@home, on which I will provide the details in subsequent slides. So more than 700 crore revenue is collected per month by using this vast network of e-Mitra. More than 75 lakh transactions are happening, and the number of services is around 600 at this point of time, and entire state is covered. Like all gram panchayats, all revenue village almost are having at least one e-Mitra at that location. Next. So these are the differentiating factors which are providing us an strength so that it has become a successful model. First is the 3-tier administrative structure. Second is self-sustainable revenue model, performance-based incentive. Like we are having our kiosk where if he is making more transaction, he will got more commission. So we are providing them a revenue model in which they are always encouraged to carry out more and more transactions so that they can earn more money in term of the commission. And we have also having performance based e-governance award since 2011, in which we are providing monetary benefit to the kiosk which are doing the good work for the project. We are selecting 2 kiosks from each district. So during each financial year, we are facilitating 66 kiosk holders and some government officials, and this award is being provided by the Honorable Chief Minister so that they are motivated to provide more value to the project. In the same manner, we are doing technological advancement continuously for the project, and GPR is our continuous thing that we are always focusing that where we can improvise the process, where we can improvise the service delivery mechanism. So this is a continuous thing which we evolve in our nature as per the current ecosystem of the society and the technology advancement. Next. So 3-tier model which works is like on top there is government of Rajasthan, which is controlling the project through its district offices and through its implementing agency, which is RISL. Apart from this, there are local service provider. This is a very unique concept that we have opted, in which local service provider are working as a bridge between the government and the physical kiosk owners. They are facilitating government by providing all kind of training support, logistic support to the kiosk. In this manner, we are having better control mechanism for the kiosk, and these kiosks are working in brick and mortar model, and at the same time we are having unmanned service ATMs by the brand name of eMitra Plus machines, on which one can avail the services by its own. Next. The other differentiating factor for the eMitra project is that it is a self-sustainable model. The government is not providing any kind of fund since 2016 for this project. We are having a robust revenue mechanism by which we are earning around 10 crore plus revenue in a financial year, and we are using this fund to initiate new technological advancement in the ecosystem of the eMitra. Also, we are providing employment to almost 2 lakh people in the Rajasthan in the form of kiosk owner by LSP staff. So in this way, we are making it self-sustainable and profitable model. We are not providing any financial support to any kiosk owner. And I would also like to share that as on date, there is no government department which is having its own service delivery kiosk. Entire ecosystem is based on eMitra only, and every corner of the rural and urban area is having our eMitra kiosk. Next. So these are the different as I mentioned earlier, it is a complete platform which is providing the citizen-centric services of government domain and B2C services by different mean of mechanism, like web portal is there, eMitra@home. We have recently started for the doorstep delivery up to the home of the applicant, and we are having physical kiosk, self-service ATM machines, and mobile application. Next. So as far as technological advancement are concerned, like there are 2 decades are already there in the existence. So we are always evolving the processes. We are adding new technology, like we have revamped it to microservice based architecture, Previously, it was working on monolithic approach. So now we are migrating it on microservice based architecture so that we can configure the service on demand. So it would be just plug and play thing to configure the service, and we would be able to roll out any service with immediate effect. And also it would increase the performance of the application. We are also working on the mobile app to make it more responsive with improved UI. And one very important aspect I would like to share with the jury, that we have integrated recently our system with the WhatsApp. Now any certificate which is being e-signed by the any authority would directly delivered to the beneficiary on his WhatsApp number. So it is providing a very excellent feature to the citizens. As soon as their certificate get approved, they got it at their mobile through the WhatsApp. Next. So during recent times, we were facing certain challenge. So as I mentioned earlier, looking into these challenges, we enhanced our processes. We take some steps to the re-engineering of the processes by and we try to eliminate those processes which are not creating any value. So like, because it is a long term era when we were getting physical documents attached for any application, and now we have evolved from the perspective of the IT. We are having a master data set of all family, which is termed as Jan Aadhaar in our Rajasthan. And in Jan Aadhaar, we are having metadata of each and every family. So instead of taking the physical document, now we are using metadata of that Jan Aadhaar data set. So we have eliminated the requirement of adding the physical documents with any application. Instead, we are directly picking the things from the Jan Aadhaar. So from citizen perspective, only he need to provide Jan Aadhaar ID, and based on that, we are taking the information from the metadata of Jan Aadhaar. So by this mean, we have also introduced certain auto approval and deemed approval in different applications. So you would appreciate that almost 8 lakh application of social justice department related to different kind of pensions have been auto approved. That means that as soon as anyone wants to take any pension, he will apply for it, and system will decide its eligibility, and it would automatically approve. There would be no intervention from any government officer. Based on the metadata, it would get approved automatically. And in the similar manner, almost in all the application at first level, when some billing clerk is there, we have put in the a time by which if the billing clerk is not taking any action, it would be deemed approved and it would be sent to the next level. So by this manner, we have reduced the turnaround time for delivery of the any application. In the similar manner, information dissemination. So in further slide, I will tell about how we achieve this particular thing even during the COVID pandemic. And this time delay in the approval has been reduced by this deemed approval and auto approval thing. And also this delivery of document, because we have integrated with WhatsApp, so it is instantly being delivered to the applicants. Next. So as far as achievements are concerned by these process re-engineering, now we are delivering the documents with very efficient manner in a very limited time period. Also, we have done G2C services completely onboarded. There is no departmental outlet. And now we are also focusing on B2C services, and B2 services of different flavors are being introduced. Like we have enabled our kiosk to provide seeds to the farmers in the rural area. In the similar manner, lot of financial transaction related like AEPS, DMT, these are being provided through different business partners. Also, we are providing some innovative products of different startups to support the startup ecosystem. Metadata based verification is completely approved, and duplicate certificates are also being issued with quick response. Next. So as I told earlier that we have recently added eMitra Plus machines in our kitty of this platform. Almost 15,000 self-service ATMs has been appointed in rural and urban areas, and these kiosks are having multiple facility. One can get printout of different essential certificates by using this machine. One can join the video conferencing by using this self-service ATM, and the jury will appreciate that during the COVID pandemic, lot of video conferencing were arranged by the CMO to convey different kind of message to create awareness among the people up to the Gram Panchayat level, because each Gram Panchayat is having this eMitra Plus machine, and Honorable CM were able to directly connect with the people sitting at the Gram Panchayat to convey his message to create the awareness among those, and also broadcasting facility was there to broadcast any event from the government perspective. Next. eMitra@home is other our recent initiative in which we are delivering services to the doorstep to any citizen. They just need to make a call to the toll-free number, and based on that we are providing them appointment as per their convenience, and then e-Sahayak visits to their home as per the scheduled appointment and complete the process of providing that particular service at their home. So by using this mechanism, the e-Sahayak are delivering different kind of certificate to the home of the beneficiaries. So apart from this, we are doing the service delivery since long. We have taken multiple initiatives to facilitate the citizens by mean of the auto approval, deemed approval, using the metadata of Jan Aadhaar, using the different other data sets available with us. Apart from this, eMitra is also contributing in some major mass campaigns of the government, because eMitra platform is having its presence up to the Gram Panchayat level. So I would like to point out that recently government of Rajasthan organized camps in rural and urban area, Prashasan Gaon ke Sang and Prashasan Shehron ke Sang, in which government was providing services of all the department at a single place. So during each camp, eMitra was appointed in the camp, and because all authorities were there, so immediate certificates or services would be delivered to the citizen during these camps, like Patta Vitran, different other. So eMitra ecosystem is supporting the entire document, and I would like to tell that it has become the face of the government as on date. The entire ecosystem is supporting the eMitra, and it is providing multiple kind of services of different flavor belongs to government and belongs to the private partners. So it has become as a lifeline for the citizens of the Rajasthan. Next. Next. There is one more slide. Okay, apart from this, during the COVID scenario, we have leveraged the eMitra platform for multiple purposes. like e-Mitra platform was used for the purpose of issuance of the e-pass. Also, a lot of migrant workers are coming during this particular scenario of the COVID. So we provided next. So during apart from providing the e-passes, also we were able to provide employment opportunity to the migrant laborers who have came to Rajasthan during the COVID era. So they were got registered on the e-Mitra platform. They were identified with their skills, and the employment opportunities were provided to them. During these were the initiative that were taken on the e-Mitra platform during the pandemic. Also, we have seeded entire Aadhaar and Jan Aadhaar data for different ration card beneficiary under the one card, one nation program. So with which we were able to provide these cards to these seeding was done in a tremendous time due to the vast network of the e-Mitra. Next. So this was all for the e-Mitra perspective, and I would like jury to ask any question.
Jury members? Panda sir, you are on mute. Yes, sir.
Madam, could
Audible.
you please continue? I am getting an important call.
Okay, sir. Shefali ma'am, you can continue with the question.
Okay, so actually I don't have much to ask because I am very familiar with e-Mitra. What I'm happy to note is that they are not resting on their laurels and continually improving and upgrading themselves, and that's really, really good. Congratulations to you for actually staying in touch with reality as well as technology.
Yeah, thank you, madam. We appreciate your inputs.
Panda sir?
Sorry, I had an important call. You know, this is too technical for me. The madam will be best thing. But overall, what I can see, this e-Mitra thing is going across the country. And most of the things that they are doing as usual, and also adapting to improvise, adapting to new situations through changes and improvement is also part of the game. So the important point I infer from this is that, you see, it is not dependent on the government funding. It is independent economically, financially, and I wish they do it in a better way so that they strengthen the government in return. This getting to the kiosk is something important through the local agencies is in a transformation situation, because government has a better accountability through a medium than directly indulging with the kiosk. But the services that are provided in a new form and new phase are usual things, little here and there. But it's okay. It's okay. It's improvised way. But every time that you come for a SKOCH award, the same thing will have some improvement depending upon the situational demands. So if it should come with something very innovative, very out of box ideas, that's what I feel. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We will really appreciate your inputs in this mean. So the recent initiative that we have taken in terms of e-Mitra plus machines, e-Mitra@home, then WhatsApp integration, and the all process re-engineering, which is the metadata integration. So as I told that almost 8 lakh pension applications has been approved automatically without any intervention from the government officials. So as soon as one beneficiary is applying, the system is checking his or her eligibility for that particular pension, and it is getting automatically approved. This is one. Then B2C section, sir. We have recently added almost 100 services of B2C. We are having our budget declaration for adding these B2C services, and these are very innovative things like parking solutions, like providing seeds to the farmers, providing entrepreneurs to have an option to create their website by visiting the Mitra Plus kiosk, enabling the government schools to participate in the Olympiad, participating in different mathematical related solutions. So we are working on these different domains because these are the demand of the time, and we are responding to the ecosystem as per the technological and process oriented things. On both the front, we are evolving by each and every day, from the government process reengineering prospect and from the technology prospect as well, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Distribute and monitor of all data masters file at the same time, synchronizing various department projects for consumption of this data. Rajmaster portal provides an integrated environment to add, edit, update respective department master at a single point. Each department may depute their concerned technical officer as a nodal officer who is responsible to manage the masters of their department. It is enjoined upon all the department to leverage Rajmaster for purpose of the masters, and no separate master would be created in the individual application. In case of particular master is required, this is not available to Rajmaster, the department concerned is allowed to create in the central repository rather than in the own application. Here the second slide, sir. Our web service is in centralized data, Rajasthan State Data Center, and this is secured, and it is being provided through secured API gateway, which is called Raj Seva Dwar, and it provides response in both XML and JSON format. Here is complete work and data flow of Rajmaster project, sir. Admin department, which can insert, update, delete, and then we provide this compiled data master to the various our clients like Bhamasa, Emitra, Rajasthan Sampark, whatever. Sir, we have total 148 masters, number of masters like division, district. In case of revenue, like the division, district, tehsil, ILR, Patwar, villages. And in Panchayat Raj department, we have blocks, Gram Panchayat, local self government. We have Nagar Palika, Nagar Nigam. All masters are available in this project, and number of departments involved in these projects like revenue, Panchayat Raj, local self government, police department, statistics department, banks, assets, SJD department, and others. Here are these are some other masters, sir. Now total 81 projects of 32 departments are consuming data of Rajmasters. This is service consumed history, sir. Around 4,80,000 transactions have been done. Challenge we addressed. First challenge we address is data redundancy. Before this project, individual projects maintain their master to their end, and there are a lot of redundancy. So after implementation of this project, we have eliminated this redundancy, and before this there was no accuracy and accountability. And we have addressed some post-implementation challenges like cleaning legacy data, strategic planning, training and implementation, maintain accuracy and accountability, and others. The impact, the state master is being used by major government applications. Major government like our biggest project, E-Mitra, Rajasthan Sampark, Jan Aadhaar, and like that. This excellent architecture and system flow has been appreciated by other states also, and requested for the same to have in their states. It covers maximum population by providing data through web services and DB links to various department projects like E-Mitra, Ayushman Bharat, centralized integrated water information system management system, integrated health management system, iStart, ePDS, and access benefits. This system is paperless process to maintaining transparency and accountability. To maintaining transparency and accountability of the portal, beneficiaries department are getting notified by sending SMS and emails at the time of updation or deletion of the records. Now the final future roadmap of our project is to develop common users and office management will be part of this project. Thank you, sir, madam.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, I'm trying to figure out as to what exactly this Raj Masters program is. Is it a kind of a overall integrated centralized repository of digital data?
Yes, sir.
Covering across the thing. So individually, each sectoral departments have their project. 81 of them are there, isn't it?
Yes,
projects. 81 projects are doing the same thing, that they're doing the transparency, no paper and everything. Now, when it comes to you, that part is already taken care of at their level. So what was that specific that you want to highlight and say that this is what we are doing over and above where the departments and 81 projects are doing?
सर अगर वो अपने लेवल पे भी मास्टर मैनेज करेंगे तो फॉर एग्जांपल विलेजेज है तो उन सबको वो सेम एक्सरसाइज हर एक प्रोजेक्ट को करनी पड़ेगी कंपाइल करने के लिए. फॉर एग्जांपल विलेज डेटा है सर, विलेज डेटा को कंपाइल करने के लिए और वो सब उस विलेज को कंपाइल कैसे करेंगे, क्योंकि और उसकी ऑथेंटिसिटी क्या होगी सर? ऑथेंटिसिटी हमारा जो प्रोजेक्ट है उसको कंपाइल करता है रेस्पेक्टिव डिपार्टमेंट, लाइक रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट खुद ऑथराइज है उसको करने के लिए.
ऑथेंटिसिटी
वो सेंट्रलाइज लोकेशन पे है सर. और
नहीं ऑथेंटिसिटी पे आपके डाउट है जो लोकल लेवल पे डिपार्टमेंट्स, ऑथराइज डिपार्टमेंट्स अगर दे रहे हैं डेटा आपको, उसका ऑथेंटिसिटी से पे कुछ संदेह है आपका?
नहीं सर, संदेह नहीं है, लेकिन मैं ये रिक्वेस्ट करना चाह रहा हूँ सर कि अगर वो ये सारे जो प्रोजेक्ट अपने लेवल पे अगर मास्टर को हैंडल करना चाहेंगे ना सर, तो वो ये सेम करनी पड़ेगी कि विलेज का वो मैनिपुलेशन वगैरह, एडिट डिलीट वगैरह, ये सारा अपने लेवल पे हैंडल करना पड़ेगा सारे प्रोजेक्ट का. तो उसमें सर रिडंडेंसी होगी, डुप्लीकेसी होगी.
तो डुप्लीकेशन प्रिवेंशन के लिए आप क्या कर रहे हैं?
तो हम सर हमने पूरे थ्रू आउट राजस्थान में हर तहसील लेवल पे यूजर बना रखे सर राज मास्टर का.
अब मान लीजिए एग्रीकल्चर में इरिगेशन होगा जिसमें पानी के जल का संबंधित चीज होगी, और आपका वाटर कमीशन, वाटर लेवल, वाटर ड्रिंकिंग वाटर भी होगा. ये सब तो कहीं ना कोई डुप्लीकेशन होगा, चाहिए वे ना चाहिए. तो आपका कहाँ इंटरवेंशन होता है कि डुप्लीकेशन बंद हो जाए, और कहाँ आप डुप्लीकेशन आप तक अपने रिडंडेंसी के हिसाब से निकाल?
सर ये हम वो जो जैसे विलेज लेवल की बात करें सर, तो उसमें क्या कि एक जो कोड होता है ना विलेज का, तो सिस्टम उसको डुप्लीकेट अलाउ नहीं करता है कि अगर सेम कोड अगर डाल दिया जाए तो विलेज इंसर्ट ही नहीं करने देगा।
सो इसका मतलब ये है कि जो डिपार्टमेंटल इंटीग्रल पोर्टल होता है उन्होंने कंप्लीट ध्यान नहीं दिया कि ऐसा कोई डुप्लीकेशन हो सकता है अदर डिपार्टमेंट। आपके तरफ जब आता है, आपके स्तर पे जब आता है तब पता चलता है, तो इट इज ऑलरेडी टू लेट। आप उसको क्यों क्या करेंगे इसके हिसाब से? नीचे तो ऑलरेडी डुप्लीकेशन हो गया जो एक दूसरों को पता नहीं है।
नहीं सर, वो डाटा हमारे प्रोजेक्ट के थ्रू ही ले रहे हैं ना, तो हमारे तो डेटा सही होगा तो वो सारा हमारा डाटा यूज करेंगे तो सेंट्रल।
ठीक है, जब इंटीग्रल पोर्टल बनाते हैं, मान लीजिए एग्रीकल्चर का इंटीग्रल पोर्टल बना रहे हो, इंटीग्रेटेड प्रोडक्ट,
जी सर,
तो उसको उसको आप अप्रूवल देते हैं आफ्टर एग्जामिनिंग दैट नो डुप्लीकेशन इज डन?
हाँ नहीं ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं सर देते।
तो मतलब आपको वो सारा होने के बाद फिर चेक करते हैं? नहीं, आप ऐसा करिए, आपका जायज है, आपका पॉइंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, रिडंडेंसी एंड डुप्लीकेट खत्म करने चाहिए। जो इंटीग्रल पोर्टल ऑफ इंडिविजुअल डिपार्टमेंट जो है वो पहले आपके पास आए तो आपके स्तर पे डुप्लीकेशन वहीं पे अवॉइड कर लें।
हाँ, हमारे स्तर पे हम हैंडल कर रहे हैं ना सर डुप्लीकेसी। सेंट्रलाइज जो मास्टर है इस पे तो डुप्लीकेसी हम अवॉइड कर ही रहे हैं सर, क्योंकि वो विलेज कोड के बेस पे हम या हर एंटिटी का हमने कोड लगा रखा है कि उस कोड सेम कोड वो रिपीट हो नहीं सकता, तो हमारे पास तो डाटा सर प्योर होगा और उसी डाटा को वो कंज्यूम करेंगे।
सुनिए, मेरा शायद मैं ठीक से बता नहीं पा रहा हूँ। मान लीजिए एग्रीकल्चर में एक्स नंबर का एक प्रोग्राम है। जी
सर।
वो एक्स प्रोग्राम जो दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट में इरिगेशन में वाई के नाम पे, लेकिन काम एक ही है, ठीक है? तो वो में दो रेखे जो डुप्लीकेशन है, तो जब वहां पे डुप्लीकेशन हो चुकी है, बाद आपके स्तर पे आता है कि पता चलता है डुप्लीकेशन हुआ है। यूं क्यों नहीं करते कि पहले एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट जो इंटीग्रेटेड पोर्टल अप्रूव करते हैं उससे पहले आपके पास आ जाए, ताकि वहां पे वही आप अवॉइड कर सकते। अब वर्क भी तो डुप्लीकेट हो गया ना, आपके स्तर पे वर्क हुआ, इनके स्तर पे वो भी डुप्लीकेट है।
उनका कोई अपने स्तर पे कोई प्रोग्राम चल रहा हो वो बात अलग है, लेकिन जो केवल मास्टर्स है ना सर, जो विलेज है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, हम केवल वही डाटा प्रोवाइड कराते हैं सर, जो केवल मास्टर है, जो
नहीं,
जो मतलब रेयरली चेंज होते हैं ना सर।
आप समझे नहीं जो पांडे जी कह रहे हैं।
जी सर,
आप यहाँ पे मास्टर रखेंगे, ठीक है,
जी,
तो जो कोई ऑनलाइन करने जाएगा तो तब होगा, तो डुप्लीकेट नहीं होगा। लेकिन पांडे जी का कहना है कि जब ये स्कीम बना रहे हैं उस टाइम पे उनको पता, एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट कुछ स्कीम बना रहा है जो कि एनुअल हस्बेंड्री ने पहले अपने किसी और स्कीम में वो काम को कुछ और नाम दिया है, और एग्रीकल्चर वाले ने उसको दूसरा नाम दे दिया बिकॉज दे डोंट नो, क्योंकि स्कीम बनाने के टाइम पे आपके पोर्टल पे तो आ नहीं रहे हैं। फिर वो जब अपना डेटा आपको अपलोड करेंगे, आपको डुप्लीकेसी कैसे, आपको समझ में कैसे आएगा और आपको डिलीट कैसे करेंगे?
तो उस केस में मैम क्या कि वो जो जैसे कोई उनकी पोर्टल बनने जा रही है ना, तो वो हमें अप्रोच करेंगे कि हमें ये
पोर्टल की बात नहीं कर रहे, आप तो उस बात कर रहे हैं ना जब कोई डिजिटाइज करने जाएगा। ये तो हम स्कीम बनाने के टाइम की बात करते हैं, पोर्टल में तब आएंगे जब पोर्टल में आए तब तो स्कीम बन चुका है।
हाँ,
तो
उसमें उसको मैम क्या हमारा उनको मास्टर प्रोवाइड करेंगे और उससे वो कंपेयर करेंगे कि उनके यहाँ पे कोई होगी ना, तो फिर वो हमारे जो स्टैंडर्ड मास्टर है उनको रिप्लेस कर देंगे।
तो स्कीम बनाने के टाइम पे आप ये मास्टर प्रोवाइड करेंगे?
नहीं मैम, हम पहले ही प्रोवाइड करा देते हमें उन्हें। ये मतलब बहुत मतलब सबको बता रखा मैम, हर डिपार्टमेंट को बता रखा कि, और ऐसा सर्कुलर निकला हुआ है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ राजस्थान से कि उनके यहाँ पे कोई भी मास्टर्स लोकल लेवल पे मैनेज नहीं होगा, सारा जो डेटा है राज मास्टर के थ्रू ही उनको प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा, तो वो अपने लेवल पे मैनेज ही नहीं करेंगे सारा डाटा।
ये बताइए ये जो आपका इनिशिएटिव है, ये जो स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन की बात हो रही थी उसके तहत पे आया है? Are you doing it towards to achieve standardization among all projects, all schemes, all names, all addresses?
जी
ये
मैम,
वही वाला स्कीम का उसी का ही पार्ट है?
उसी का ही पार्ट है मैम। हाँ
अच्छा, तो वो तो ठीक है, देन दैट इज ओके। सारे प्लानिंग कमीशन, पांडे जी आपको याद होगा, आई थिंक 99 2000 में ये प्रोजेक्ट लगी थी, आप उसमें पार्ट थे, कमिटी में मेंबर थे। तो उस टाइम पे विलेज का नाम का स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन करा जा रहा था, यूनिफाई करा जा रहा था, वो सब उस टाइम पे कोड दिया जा रहा था। दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट प्रोजेक्ट, राइट?
जी जी मैम, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का मैम एक डायरेक्टरी है जिसको कहते हैं एलजी डायरेक्टरी।
करेक्ट, तो ठीक है, तो समझ में आ गया, वो आ गया समझ में, अभी बात थोड़ा सा समझ में आ रहा है।
नहीं, मैं समझ में आ गया, लेकिन मेरा एक मिनिमम कंसर्न है जो मैं समझ नहीं पा रहा हूँ, इज दैट यू सी, आपका जब एक पोर्टल, इंटीग्रेटेड पोर्टल एक्स डिपार्टमेंट में निकलती है, उसने एक आइटम आपको ये लगा के डुप्लीकेशन हो रहा है, तो आपका लेवल जब आता है वो आपको डिलीट करते हैं कि भाई डुप्लीकेशन आया, एक्स रखो, वाई रखो, ठीक है। तो हमारा सबमिशन ये है, जो डुप्लीकेशन होने के बाद निकालने वजह से वो जो प्रपोजल आता है, जो शुरू करते हैं इंटीग्रेटेड पोर्टल, उसी टाइम में स्क्रूटिनाइज होकर डुप्लीकेशन इन द बिगिनिंग बंद हो जाए, ताकि आपको एक बार बनाएगा उसको टाइम वेस्ट हुआ, एफर्ट जाएगा, फिर आपके पास जाएगा, वो आप देखेंगे, फिर अगेन आएगा डिलीट करने के लिए, ये प्रोसीजर है। अब मैं समझ रहा हूँ उसको,
जी सर,
मैं समझ रहा हूँ क्या उसको, नहीं मुझे बताए, शायद मैं समझ नहीं।
सर मेरा रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि विलेजेस में चेंजेस आते हैं, कई बार क्या होता है, एक विलेज, एक तहसील से सर कट के
विलेज
दूसरे
की
तहसील
नहीं है बात, विलेज और अर्बन बॉडी के नहीं है बात, जो उद्देश्य का है।
हाँ,
तो
उद्देश्य का
आप
सर,
ये कि डुप्लीकेशन अवॉइड करना है, ट्रांसपेरेंसी होना है, यही बात थी ना, कि यूनिट कुछ भी हो, कोई
तो
प्रॉब्लम
मैम
नहीं।
हमारे यहाँ पे सिस्टम, जी सर, कोई सिस्टम चेंज होता है ना सर, तो उनको इंटीमेशन चला जाता है कि ये सिस्टम एक्स से वाई हो गया है, ठीक है सर, तो वो फिर अपने यहाँ पे डेटा को सिंक्रोनाइज कर लेते हैं अपने यहाँ पे, तो फिर उनको वो लेटेस्ट डेटा ही मिलता है।
अच्छा, तो मतलब अल्टीमेटली आपको एक जगह डिलीट करवाते हो अगर वो परफेक्टली डुप्लीकेशन हो।
जी सर, जी सर, जी सर, यही होता है, क्योंकि
ठीक है, ठीक है।
सिंक्रोनाइजेशन करवाते हैं सर कि हमारा डेटा जो है वही उनका एग्जैक्ट वही डाटा उनका यहाँ पे लोकल पे होना चाहिए, तो ये इनको सिंक्रोनाइज करना पड़ता है सर डेली बेस पे, हमारे यहाँ पे जो भी
चलो ये
चेंजेस
तो
आते
ठीक
हैं।
है, चलो ये तो ठीक है, आपको सिंक्रोनाइज करना पड़ता है, पर ये डेटा जो मास्टर्स है उसको क्रिएट करने का अथॉरिटी किसके पास है?
सर मैम ये अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट को सर्कुलर निकला हुआ है, जो जिस डिपार्टमेंट से रिलेटेड जो
तो
मास्टर होते
समस्या
हैं ना,
तो वहीं पे
वो
आ
खुद ही
गई है
मैनेज
ना
करते
फिर।
हैं।
अब मास्टर
नहीं नहीं
कहाँ
नहीं मैम, वो मैनेज हमारे पोर्टल पे करते हैं, वो
अच्छा,
अलग अलग जगह मेंटेन नहीं, वो एक जगह मेंटेन हो रहा है मैम।
नहीं नहीं, वो तो ठीक है, पर जैसे एक जैसे रूरल डेवलपमेंट का एक स्कीम है, ठीक है, उसका कुछ नाम है, अर्बन डेवलपमेंट भी वही काम करता है। फॉर एग्जांपल आपका जो हाउसिंग है, हाउसिंग रूरल में जाता है, वो पीएम के नाम पे जाता है, पीएमएवाई में जाता है, अर्बन में वही होता है, वो कुछ और एक और कुछ नाम, ए के साथ कुछ और लगा हुआ है, उसके नाम पे आता है। जो गरीब को, जो होमलेस को जो घर दिया जाता है अंडर द स्कीम, रूरल एरिया में करें तो कुछ नाम है, अर्बन में करें कुछ और नाम है, तो उनकी जो स्कीम है, एरिया विलेज या जो भी कोड है, डायरेक्टरी है, मास्टर में जाएगा, ये भी बनाएंगे वो भी बनाएंगे, तो दोनों को जो बनाएंगे दे विल टेक इट फ्रॉम यू, जो नहीं एग्जिस्ट करता है वो कहां से आएगा? एरिया तो दोनों का सेम है, मतलब विलेज का लेंगे तो एक ही विलेज का दोनों एड्रेस करेंगे, लेकिन आपके पास वो नहीं है, वो कहां से आएगा? मतलब अब सपोज अ न्यू विलेज हैज बीन क्रिएटेड,
जी सी मैम,
लेट्स गो फॉर द सिंपलेस्ट सॉल्यूशन क्वेश्चन, एक
जी
नया विलेज तैयार हुआ है, नोटिफिकेशन हुआ है, व्हाटएवर,
जी मैम,
तो उसको मास्टर्स में कौन डालेगा?
उसको मैम जो जो उनका एंड एंटिटी है ना, पटवारी है, जो विलेज का उस विलेज का पटवारी है जिसको ये असाइन हुआ है मैम, वो
तो नया विलेज है, इसलिए कोई पटवारी का आपने असाइन नहीं किया, सो इट हैज टू बी समबडी
नहीं मैम,
अबव
किसी
यू।
न किसी को तो अलॉट किया जाएगा ना वो।
एनीवे,
मान लीजिए
मैडम जो कह रहे
तहसीलदार
हैं
है, मान
उसको
लीजिए,
विचार कर दीजिए उसको, मैडम जो कह रहे हैं उनका
हाँ, सोचिए
इम्पोर्टेंट
क्योंकि
पॉइंट
एंटिटी एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता था, नया बना है,
जी मैम,
उसको पहले उसको यूजर आईडी पासवर्ड कौन देगा?
उसको मैम वो क्या कि जिसकी एरिया के अंडर में है ना, तहसीलदार के अंडर में, तो वो
वही बता
असाइन
रहा ना,
करते हैं कि
दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, द हायर अथॉरिटी वन स्टेप
यस
अप
मैम,
वाला है उसका असाइन करेगा, उसके बाद
या
कुछ
मैम हायर
बनेगा।
ऑथोरिटी, जी
तो
मैम जी मैम
ठीक है, ऑल राइट, आपने कुछ बताया, हमने कुछ समझा, बट आई एम नॉट वेरी क्लियर अबाउट इट. चलिए
Truly.
ठीक है, दैट्स ओके. You made your presentation well.
जी मैम
That's
थैंक
all
यू.
matters.
This is Monica Chaudhary, Joint Director from DOIT. So I am going to present Project Raj Kisan Sathi. This is a single integrated online portal for farmers. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you are audible, loud and clear.
So this was a budget announcement where it was decided that there should be an online integrated platform for any service which is to be provided to farmers, whether it is from agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry, dairy, or marketing. So this was the scope which we have decided in starting. Like there should be a farmer data bank where land ownership, soil health card, data, crop data, everything should be there at one place in farmer data bank. Second was subsidy and scheme management. All the subsidy and schemes provided to farmers should be online end to end through this system. Then was agri facilitation, quality inspection of fertilizer, seed and SSP. So let me start again. Like we have already integrated PM Kisan data and crop insurance data, Aadhaar based data with this data bank. We are also in the process of integrating with the soil health card. Then subsidy system is end to end online for the farmers. Agri facilitation like quality inspection, when we take the sample of seeds, fertilizers from manufacturers, it is totally from the online mobile app end to end. Agri input, all the licenses, implements, the seed, insecticide, fertilizer license should be online, dealer module should be online. Then agri output, after this, agri processing, business and export promotion, mandi rates, warehouses, all the information should be available to farmer. And investment like capital investment, free subsidy, this is completely online through this system. Buyer seller platform for organic produce is already provided through mobile app. The khajur saplings is also being provided through this buyer seller platform. Then this 7, 8, 9 is in the phase 2 and phase 3, where we'll be doing crop pest management, package of practice, weather forecasting and advisory services. Then data analytics would be the 8th part and 9th will be the GIS based decision support system. So Raj Kisan Sathi was envisaged with the aim of ease of doing farmer. So right now there was no digital. Before starting this project, there was no digital platform from where the farmer can apply for any services or take. They have to visit the department to take any service. So this portal was initiated in January 2020, and we have a single window for farmers for G2C, G2B, and G2G services. All the DBT licenses and information are at single platform. Till now, we have completed 90 software modules, G2C, G2B, and G2G, including 10 mobile apps. So, what was the challenges here? There was no end-to-end online system, so we have implemented a single window system for this. There was no unique identity for beneficiaries. Here in Rajasthan, we have Janadhar. Using Janadhar, this is a family ID where all the members are already added to the Janadhar. So while taking any of the services, just farmer has to put their Janadhar, the member list will come. They will select the individual farmer which has to take the benefit. The OTP will be sent to that particular farmer. So using our system, an authenticated farmer is coming to the system to avail the service. So every farmer which is associated with this portal is authenticated using Aadhaar and OTP. There was no real-time tracking system. Now, suppose a farmer apply, he can track his application at any point of time. Here in our system, once he applies, he can track his status real-time on our portal. The forms which we have provided is with minimum details, like they have to put only few fields because all of the fields are coming from the Jan Aadhaar itself. They just have to put the Jan Aadhaar and all the details like bank account, address, farmer, caste category, even the farmer category, small marginal is also being fetched from the Jan Aadhaar system. So these are the basic features of Rajpradhan Sathi Jan Aadhaar ID, which is the base of this project. Farmer does not have to enter any of its personal details. They have just put Jan Aadhaar ID and all the details get fetched from there. Their khata, they don't have to upload the Jamabandi, all the online tehseels, they just have to put the khata khasra. They will, all the land details will fetch from the E30 and Naksha trace will also be fetched from the E30. So with minimum details, they just have to submit the form. This process is paperless end-to-end. Previously, the system was like the farmer had to submit a 45 fields form, and he had to submit everything: Jan Aadhaar, Aadhaar ID, bank passbook, then Jamabandi, then Naksha trace, then other things. So right now we have done business process engineering and minimize the form up to 4 and 5 fields. And if the land is online, he just has to put their khata khasra and all the details will be fetched from the E30 itself. Yes. So in this, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
So in this, I would like to also highlight that all the administrative sanctions and financial sanctions are digitally e-signed. And let me explain you the process. First, the farmer applies, then it goes for document scrutiny, then administrative sanction, then the field verification is done through the mobile app only. We have 10 mobile apps already developed and available on Play Store. So these mobile apps also work in offline and online modes because the physical verification is done in the rural areas. So they do the physical verification there, and once they reach to the network, it gets synced to our project. So all the calculation of administrative sanction as well as financial sanction are being done based on the parameters which we filled in mobile app only. When they do the physical verification, all the images being taken with farmer and inspector, these are geotagged and timestamped. We also have a mobile app where farmer can get all the information of the schemes which are provided for farmers in agriculture, horticulture, and various departments at only one place. Right now, we also integrated with 2,500 weather stations till block level. We are getting the real-time data, time series data from these 2,500 weather stations. We also integrated with 34 lakh farmers from crop insurance, which are having Aadhaar ID. Then soil health card data also being integrated. We already initiated this crop pest disease management AI-based software, which will be implementing in the second phase. I would also highlight this particular area, like we have 10,000 employees which are deployed in the field. They have different circles, they have different jurisdiction. In agriculture, horticulture, it is all based on the circle. So if we are here to do the user management, then we cannot work on the project. So we have provided a facility for self-registration. They can map their hierarchy, they can create their circle, their jurisdiction by themselves. Even the transfers, additional role is being done by themselves only. This is complete approval-based workflow. Everything they are mapping by themselves. All the 20,000, 30,000 users they have mapped by themselves. These are the building blocks on which we have done. E-sign is being done by Raj e-sign. Then every user is either going, because for the G2B and G2G users, SSO integration, they are entering through SSO ID. And for farmers, we are entering them through Jan Aadhaar. All the licenses of seed, fertilizer, pesticides are online and digitally signed, QR code based. If any product is added or deleted, it is completely QR code based, it will be visible to this. Then all the processes are timelines, and escalation metrics is also being implemented. If license is not being generated within timelines, it gets escalated at each level with the specified timelines. Then buyer-seller mobile apps are being provided for organic produce and date palm saplings. Right now, organic producer can put their produce on that.
Is it on your next slide? Is it on your next slide?
'I'm on this slide.
1/4?
10 slide 10.
No. Is it features of Raj Kisan Sathi portal 1/4?
Yes, ma'am. Everything is online, ma'am.
Okay, may I like to conclude?
Yeah, because you are talking about the other features, which is not here. E-sign and 10 mobile apps are here, but you have gone further. So where is that slide?
Which slide, ma'am? This one?
You are now talking about the fertilizer and all, which is not on this slide.
Okay, right now it is there, ma'am. License of fertilizer, seed, and pesticide.
I'm saying, so you have to share that slide.
It is not shared. I am on that slide only. Are you able to see this slide now? Slide number 10.
No, ma'am. The slide was like stuck.
Now?
It's loading, ma'am. 1 second. Yes, ma'am. Now it's there.
Yeah. So I was saying that this is the kind of license which is generated online, and all complete process is online through this system only. Now, the geotagging of dealer shop, manufacturer shop, everything, go down, everything is done through mobile app, and the whole process is online. And at the out end, this kind of license is being generated, which is QR code enabled. If any product is added or deleted, it will get reflected through QR code. Then the timelines and escalation metrics is also implemented on license module. Every step is having their definite timeline. If they do not achieve this timeline, it will get escalated to the next level. Then buyer-seller platform for organic produce and date palm sapling is provided. These days, buyer and seller are getting connected for organic produce through this platform. Then this point, field inspection of seed production program. This is just a line, but it is a very huge module. You must be knowing that when the seed certification there, when the seed production department gives seeds to the farmer, then it's being certified by the seed certification department. So all the process is being done through mobile app only. They give the seed to the farmer, then the inspections, the calculations, everything is being done through this mobile app only. The 3 times field inspection is being done through this mobile app. Then the parameters which they fill, based on which they get the certification, they get the standard or non-standard scale, it is being done through this mobile app. No manual work is being done for this. This is for seed certification department. Are you able to see the next slide? Raj Agri QC mobile app?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible, and I request you to please conclude also.
Yeah. This one is important. Like when the dealer is giving the sample to the inspectors, there were many chances it gets.
I think we have got the feel of what you have done. There is no point in explaining all the modules. You have got 90 modules. So there is no point in explaining all 90. Can you just tell us about the key features, the overall key features of the whole application? Because we got the feel of it.
Ma'am, each module itself is very...
Yeah, that's true. But we don't have the time. No, that would have take 1 day or 2 days. 90 modules you can't explain just in 15 minutes.
Yes. So this means, like I would like to end up here only. This was being done through barcoded and geotagged sampling process, where random allocation of laboratory and analysts was there. Everything is digitally done. Even the forms are now e-signed, and no human intervention is there. This is the dashboard. You can even see up to the fertilizer name, the salt, everything, even the inspector, lab analyst who has worked on this particular sample. So let me conclude with this statistics. 12 lakhs plus unique farmers are onboarded. 6 lakhs plus farmers applied for services. 80K plus applicants benefited. Till now, 395 crores DBT is done. 34,000 licenses and registration being issued. 16 lakhs mini kit has been distributed in last 25 days only. 92,000 solar pump subsidy is also online end to end, and barbed wire subsidy. I would like to conclude with this. This is the only platform which is end to end up to the payment level. This is completely integrated with the IFMS. When we have to process the bill, we just need to enter a bill number only, and it will just submit it and get processed at the IFMS. Even at the PFMS also, we have integrated with the SNA portal. So also any field work, any work which is to be inspected at the field place is being done through mobile app only. No manual intervention is there in this project. Thank you.
Jury members.
These are the modules which are being online, and these are the mobile apps. You can also find it on Play Store.
Anyway, if we have time, we will find it out. The presentation was quite elaborate, leaving little room for us to ask questions because it will consume the next presentation time. Anyway, as I understand that this is a very integrated end-to-end service provider, both inputs, services, facilities, so that farmer required. So that must have helped the farmers to have a very, kind of certain comfort and certain ease that he can that he has been struggling so far, attending to different departments, different agencies for services or what have you. So, what is the response from the farmers? Have you done any survey as to say that to re-ensure that what you are doing is what really helping, and the farmers are could able to, with their digital knowledge, are taking optimal advantage of this portal?
Yes, there is a helpline number 181 Sampark. They take the data from us and they do the survey. They just call those farmers and get the feedback from them, whether they really got the benefit, how easy it will be. And we also get the user stories from farmers, like they have got benefited from.
If this is the integrated program, why didn't you include this part also? Because that is part of achievements reflection. You should include that also in the program, other portal, instead of depending on somebody who makes the assessment and gives you feedback.
Yes, feedback they can give on the Raj Kisan Suvidha mobile app also.
No, I'm suggesting. What I'm saying
the voice is little.
No, what I'm saying is that's feedback in another portal you can include in the integral online portal. This one aspect it should go along with the some facilities and easing out activities you are doing.
Yes. Actually, the next budget announcement which is there, we have got a budget of 50 crores where we have to create an integrated farmer support system, which will be providing end-to-end support to the farmer. For example, suppose they would like to sow a crop, then it will provide you end-to-end support, which soil, what type of soil you have, which crop you should sow, how much fertilizer you should put, and whether is it feasible or not. This kind of system, AI-based system, we are going to create next.
Okay.
I will put Mr. Panda's question in a slightly different way. You had done 90 services and 10 apps. Okay, this is what the government thinks that the farmer needs. Has anybody made a study as to what the farmer needs? Is there a corner where the farmer can say, I want this service, not as one person, but as a group of farmers, then require certain services? Has any study been made saying where it is found out that this is what they require, and their feedback on the usage of this? Call center is something where they can ask them, I'm not able to do this, I'm not able to do that. That's a different thing. But suppose the farmer needs certain services from the government, which is not there in the portal, which is an integrated portal. So is there an option for the farmer to put in his request that I want this service, please incorporate this?
Yes, ma'am. There is a dedicated Kisan call center which is running here in the agriculture itself.
See, please understand this. We are talking about a portal, right? A call center is different. A portal is different. A call center person can only solve a problem raised by a farmer. I'm not asking.
Yeah, let me.
I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking about a problem. The call center person. Suppose a farmer says, "I want rain information for the next 2 days in my area." Okay, so and then he should be able to say that next 2 days means 22nd, 23rd, or 24th, 25th, or whatever it is. So the call center person cannot help him on this. But is there a corner in the portal where the farmer can put that raise that query that this is what I want, so that you can generate another application which will let the farmer select where from a drop down menu. I'm just giving an example that this is my area location and I want the weather forecast for next whatever days, whatever it is. So is that facility available on your portal?
Right now, we have included the high volume and high budgetary subsidies there. Okay. The second point which you are asking, this will be the part of the integrated farmer support system.
Which we are going to develop. Please understand, I am only giving an example which may not be right. I don't know. I'm not a farmer, so I can't really say what is a farmer's concern. But a farmer can put in his concern in the portal that this is a service they would like to have. Do you have that facility? Right
No,
now, you are
right now
doing
it
what
is
you-
not. They
That's
can
what I'm
put
saying.
their comments on Raj Kisan Suvidha mobile app. But right now, what you are saying is not yet available. That I want this facility on this portal, please.
I'm not saying that way. I am saying right now what you have done is what the government thinks this is what the farmer needs.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any place where the government finds out what does the farmer actually need? And is there a provision for the farmer to put it?
No, ma'am.
So we will, I think that is something you need to integrate because
Yeah.
we always think sitting in Delhi or Jaipur or wherever in the district headquarters, we think we know everything about the grassroots level people's expectation, aspiration, which is not really true. We should let them say this is what we want, not what the government thinks that they want. You
In
understand
fact,
the difference?
in fact, the feedback that you get from the farmer will enrich the integrated program by including that. So
That's
that is
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, these processes are still manual. Like they get some workshops at their districts level, at state level, where they take the feedback from the farmers. But there
But
is
that's
no
what we think.
online place where they can put those.
Yeah, that is right. That is what we think sitting in the headquarters. That's what we think that this is what the farmer needs. But
Yeah,
has
ma'am, this is
anybody?
the departmental call. If they think that this is feasible,
It is-
because
no. It
taking
is not.
queries from each farmer.
Please understand, it is not the department's fault. When you are doing a portal, it is your also your responsibility to alert the department that we should take the feedback from the farmer as to what they want and integrate this.
Yeah, it was there. It was there because we already have a grievance system for departmental persons. But there is no.
you're not getting the point. This is essentially to make your portal very dynamic,
Yes.
Yes,
adaptive,
yes.
We are not
progressive.
talking about grievance or a complaint. We are not. We are saying another dimension to your portal.
I got your point, ma'am. I got your point.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The Assam ROW portal. So the Assam ROW portal is basically to facilitate the permission processes for setting up mobile towers and underground OSC so that the time.
Your screen is very small, not readable. So can you please play it?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So basically, the Assam right-of-way portal is to facilitate the permissions for the mobile towers and the underground cables. So in the state of Assam, we have a population of 3.5 crores, but there are only 16,000 mobile towers in the state. So as per the National Broadband Mission guideline, there should be 1 tower per 1,000 population. But in our state, 1 tower is right now facilitating 2,200 people. So we are basically in shortage of 19,000 mobile towers in the state of Assam. Similarly, in the case of underground optical fiber networks, 43% of our mobile towers are only connected to optical fiber underground networks. Ideally, it should be 100% to attain the goal of 5G. So taking that in mind, we developed this portal. Next slide, please. So this portal is a business process re-engineering of the Indian Telegraph right-of-way rules 2016, and which basically has 2 modules. One is the overground telecom infrastructure permission module, and the other is the underground telecom infrastructure permission module. So what was the idea behind this particular portal? So far, all the applications for these 2 particular items were manual. They used to be given, the permission applications used to be given to the DC offices, and then the DCs used to do some kind of inquiry and then grant the permission. And then according to what they sent, the DCs used to send to the directorate, we used to keep the record. So now with this, we are doing away with the manual application process. The next problem that we used to face is that there were no specific timelines. The DM offices are overworked. So we see that the telecom service provider had applied 6 months back, but no action was taken on those particular applications. So with this portal, we have solved this problem as well. Thirdly, accountability and transparency. Right from the lowest revenue official, like Nathmandal in Assam's case, to Gaubura, to the circle officer, to the DM and the PWD department, everyone is a stakeholder in granting these permissions. So since the layers are more, so definitely there were rent seeking and there were other problems related to transparency. Finally, all these things led to revenue loss for the state. We saw cases where mobile infrastructures were installed without being in notice of the government. So these kind of things have also arisen in the past. And secondly, proper permissions were also not taken from the nearby people, etc., for this installations. And finally, when such things happen that permissions are not taken from the nearby people or from the government, this leads to complaints and court cases. And so there were a lot of litigations as well. So taking all these things into mind, we developed this portal. And the basic key features of this portal are, first of all, it's a single window system. If somebody goes into the portal, all the ISP, TSPs and IPs will be able to apply both for the overground infrastructure and for the underground infrastructure. Then as per the Government of India right-of-way rules, there is a provision for deemed approval if the application is not worked upon within 30 days. So in this portal, we have put a mechanism for deemed approval for 60 working days. And for that, we are managing an integrated holiday management system as well. Since the holiday would not be counted in those 60 days, so a combination of the two gives us a deemed approval for 60 working days only. The fourth key feature of the portal is it's an integrated payment gateway. And this gateway has been established by keeping into mind a system called split payment. By split payment, I mean, for example, TSP like Airtel or BSNL applies for mobile towers in 10 districts of Assam. So ideally, they have to pay, for example, 3 lakhs into 10, 30 lakhs rupees. So they will pay 30 lakhs together. But our system is in a way to differentiate that it has been applied for the 10 districts and it will be going to 10 separate DGS accounts, district e-governance accounts. So this is already integrated. This is already a part of the portal. Next slide, please. The next important part, the landmark that we have achieved just last month is that we have integrated through API to the Gati Shakti portal of Government of India. So now if anyone goes to the Gati Shakti, PM Gati Shakti portal, the TSP and the ISP will be directly routed in case of Assam to our portal. So through API, we have connected it last month. Then there are single signups and single credentials for government users. So we have a host of users, right from the lowest revenue staff to the DM, to the executive engineer, PWD, to the executive officers and commissioners of the ULBs, and finally the IT department of Government of Assam. So we have a huge number of stakeholders in this entire permission process, and we have already created, and we are in this process of capacity building and creating logins for each one of them. Next is there is a separate path for company users and government users. By company users, I mean, for example, the BSNL or Airtel wants to go for some permission, then it is a different route. And by government user, for example, there is an IT mission and they want to install some instrument in some overhead towers of APDC. So in that case, the government user has a different path. And finally, we have analytical dashboards and reporting inbuilt in this particular portal. Next slide. So this is the entire system, how we process. So basically, the application is done. From the application, it directly goes through various steps to the district administrators module. From the district administrator modules, there can be 3 conditions. First is accepted. If the proposal is accepted by the DM, then it goes to again back to the applicant with a letter of intent and request for payment. And since the payment gateway is integrated, once the payment is done, he or she gets the permission. Next is if it is rejected, then the information will go to the applicant that his or her the application of that particular TSP has been rejected. Now the third case is the 60-day and up case, where action has not been taken. In such cases, if the particular official in the DC offices are not able to work on it for the next 60 days, it will be directly considered to be deemed approved, and it will go with a letter of intent and request for payment to the applicant. And in this way, we can make accountable those officials in DC offices who are responsible for operating giving permission to this applicants. So this has an inherent accountability mechanism as well. Next. Again, taking into account the various security features, the ROW platform securely runs in the HTTPS protocol. All the uploaded and generated files are encrypted, and we have used the cryptographic security technique to protect all the login ID, etc. Next. So far we had launched the overground facility in September 2020, just after the first lockdown. And since then, this is the breakups. The original NOC, by original NOC, I mean the number of NOC which was given through this portal by accepting, that is 73%. Then the deemed NOC, as you can see, is just 2%. We have been able to reduce it to a large extent. Then there are various applications in process which are within 60 days. This is the green color one, and which is around 7%. And finally, we have the reverted applications. For example, the TSPs lack certain kind of information to be uploaded. We revert back to them, and that is around 11%. And rejected application is 4%. So we get a complete view from the state directorate what is going on in the field level regarding this permissions. And finally, how can we, what is the USP of this particular platform? This can be replicated in the other states as well. And this is a very important step towards successful implementation of 5G telecom infrastructure in the state, because OFC, until and unless we connect all the mobile towers with underground cables, it is not possible to attain universal 5G for all in the state. And finally, there is an inherent public grievance redressal mechanism in this entire portal, and this are being redressed to from time to time. And coming to the last part, ma'am and sir, is that this was the first project in-house developed in the directorate, and the total financial burden on the government of Assam was 0. We didn't take a single penny from the budgetary or any other source. It was developed completely in-house, from business process re-engineering to development of the portal to creating APIs and to creating the various models. That's all from my part, ma'am and sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Congratulations that you have not charged anything for the exchequer. This Assam right of way, as you projected or as you established the fact that you see the towers as you install permitted is not even the half of the what you require. 16,000 you have achieved, there's 19,000 is to go. And at this juncture, it's kind of progress. If your module is put into use and rigorous application, then what would be the time duration that you would presume that you will accomplish completion of this rest of the 19,000 towers, including other connections, underground, overground?
Yeah, yes, sir. So basically, sir, during any installation, there are various processes. It starts from the district level, and the permission from, first of all, is that the TSP has to locate those places, and I would be very, we can gauge the level of, we can gauge the advantage of this particular portal from the fact that when we had started this portal, ma'am and sir, there were 7,000 pending applications. The total number of pending applications throughout the state was 7,000 when we started this particular process. And in today's date, it is just 171, and that too, it is within 60 days. These are all pending applications within 60 days. So if we go if we are very hopeful that if the TSPs use it, then we will be in a position to gain at least 10,000 to 15,000 mobile towers in the next 6 to 7 years. And that would be a huge gain for the state, as it would act it would play a very important role, especially for the hilly and the char areas. Char areas means the riverine areas of the state, which are lying very backward as far as the digital connectivity is concerned.
Now, so far, the application of your flow chart that you have shown in terms of how you procedurally go across board to board in accomplishing or in permitting applications approval, but there would be simultaneously the other side would be the physical challenges. Suppose you have to go underground, and would that be included as an issue in your portal?
For the underground cable, sir, underground cable has two aspects. The most important aspect of the underground cable, as I already mentioned, is that PWD roads and other entities which develop roads play a very important role. So whenever there is an underground cable project, the main tension is the road restoration part. And yes, so PWD roads and other stakeholders like NH, we hardly cross NH, but PWD roads and the ULPs, being the custodian of the roads, play a very important role. So through this portal, at least since we are bringing all the stakeholders into one particular single platform, we will be at least able to know where the particular application of OFC are being stalled, which we were not able to pinpoint before the launch of this portal. So for example, PWD executive engineer of a particular district is not acting on the proposal. So we are in a position in this directorate to directly bring into book that particular executive engineer that you are not acting on this particular proposal, either accept it or reject it, giving reasons. We will take it up with the higher authority. So in this way, it will advance the OFC connection as well.
But thank you. You get a good model of make things work in your sector, and I hope other states will gain from this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think it's a good project, and it's time you do it because then only you can speed up the process. Just a tricky question. You have some 2% or so deemed approval given. That means the concerned officials did not give permission within the stipulated 60 days, right?
Yes, yes.
Are you taking any action against them?
So since the deemed approval thing is there in the particular right of way rules that I was mentioning, and there are no penal provision in that particular rules, but we are making sure, and even it is being monitored at the highest level, and even in some of the review meetings the Honorable Minister has pointed out. See, ma'am, there are two parts. One is that deemed approval is happening. But if deemed approval is happening in an area where there is no controversy as far as the installation of mobile towers is concerned, that we should, in my opinion, we should not go and disrupt the way they are functioning, because finally they are furthering the right to internet for everyone. But yes, definitely we are.
That is not the point. That is not the point. The point is whether there is controversy, whether there is something or other or not. The concerned officials should be raising that issue if there is a controversy, right?
Yes, actually.
Yes. But if there is no the ticks issued or raised, there is no issues raised. That means the officer concerned has not taken action. He was sleeping over it. No, it's a dereliction of duty. I'm talking in that sense.
Yes.
So is there any action taken against the official who is responsible for a deemed approval to be given, because
Yes,
he has
ma'am.
not taken action.
Yes, ma'am. So in our
That may not be
state,
the ambit of the ROW Act 2016, but that's a departmental procedure.
yes, ma'am. So deputy commissioners or the district magistrate is the sole authority to give the permission. So if any deemed approval happens, that is reflected in the deputy commissioner's dashboard as well. Like this, the pie chart that I have shown
No,
is
that is okay. Reflecting his dashboard and he forgets it after deemed approval is given, he goes it. But does it also reflect in his CR dossier, ACR?
no, ma'am. We don't have any mechanism as such. That decision has to come from the
No,
highest.
because
Bring
otherwise
everyone
what will
on
happen
board.
is that 2% will increase. If no action is taken for people not doing their jobs, that's not
Yes,
good
ma'am.
governance.
We'll note it, ma'am. We'll note it and we'll try to implement it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Otherwise, it's fine. It's very good.
Thank you.